having a good time. I always tell my girlfriends, it's your fantasy to be with Darth Vader.
Yes, Steve.
Do you ever get tired of people just telling you how much they like what you do, or you never get tired of that?
Well, obviously, everybody enjoys to have people tell them how much they, enjoy their work and that sort of thing. Just as people don't like to hear the people telling them that they don't like their work.
But I know, you have so much neat stuff that, people have grown up with and enjoy so much every day. I'm somewhere right now, they're enjoying a George Lucas thing. Did you ever think that was even remotely possible when you were a little boy?
No, I had no idea that, one, that I'd even be in the film business, and then when I got into the film business, I had no idea I'd be in the theatrical film business. And then when I was in the theatrical film business, I had no idea that I'd be successful and people would sort of respond to my work.
Did you ever want to be a performer?
No.
Not even for one day?
I have performed, which has proved inconclusively, as it is, that I probably shouldn't be doing it. Maybe with a brilliant director, that's why it's inconclusive. But so far, my performances have been less than
been very special performances, you might say. Were you a radio kid? I used to listen to one under my radio, under my pillow at night, and I loved DXing late at night too.
Well, I grew up with radio. We didn't get a television until I was 10 years old, so mostly up to that period I spent my nights listening to the radio. And radio dramas were very big then, and I had a very big influence on my life.
Did you ever listen to out-of-town stations? I mean, like just try to find stations and listen?
Yeah. That was more the essence of American Graffiti, which was the mysterious station from somewhere out there. And this is more an homage to the idea of dramatic radio and using your imagination to fill in the blanks.
What have you found that of overall the things, because you got Star Tours in there and you got the Star Wars things that you've actually done hands-on, and a little bit of executive producing, a little bit of everything. What is it you think you do best? What is your greatest contribution you can make to something?
I think at heart I'm a film editor, and that's where I can make my biggest contribution. I mean, that's what I know how to do the best. I've edited a lot of my films, and I'm always involved in the post on everything that I've been involved with, and I think that's really my greatest gift. I started out as a film editor. And
a lot of people don't realize you were like the shadow editor or something of Jurassic Park. What was your position? Kind of supervisor of production?
I was just sort of overseeing the post while Steve was in Poland. I didn't really have to do too much. We were sending him special effects shots via satellite every day, so he was approving his own special effects shots. I was just sort of making sure that everything got done on time. We did all the sound work and everything, and I was checking on the sound. That was just, I wasn't super involved.
Are you still involved with trying to improve the movie-going experience as someone who's sitting in the theater?
Yeah, we've developed THX theaters, which we trying to get installed around the country, which is a sound system and really improves the soundtrack. And we're really trying to see to it that films are seen by the movie-going audience in the same way that the filmmaker is able to see the films. We've expanded that into laser discs and other areas where we're trying to make sure the quality is what the filmmaker intended it to be.
Don't you prefer, though, as a filmmaker, for the viewer to watch it in a theater in the dark on the big screen?
Well, obviously that's the best possible experience you can have. To watch it with a large group of people on a giant screen is a very, very different experience than watching at home on a video screen. And I think both of those will always coexist.
And I know you've been answering this all day, but let's go ahead and get a couple of these things. Now, Indiana Jones, when I was Harrison Ford the other day, he said it's in the script phase. And he said the last one took 5 years to get through all the procedures and get all the trains coming in the tracks at the right time. Is that where we are with that?
Yeah, well, we're working on the screenplay, and hopefully we can get one that will meet with Harrison and Steve's approval.
And can anyone ever afford to make a Star Wars? I know you want to make the other three, but you always said it was kind of prohibitively expensive now.
Well, one of the reasons I did Radioland was to test a lot of the ideas that we developed on the TV series, The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, and I think we've managed to develop a technique that we're using on this film to lower the cost considerably. I mean, this film, which would normally be about a $30 million film, is now a $10 million film. So if we apply that to Star Wars, it brings it down within range where it can be done.
And how in the world is someone going to make a movie that has maybe 5 times as much as Jurassic Park does, like Godzilla? How are they going to do that? It's going to be amazing, isn't it?
Well, we're, again, it's like all computer technology. Every year it gets faster and you get more storage, and when that happens, then the costs come down. And so the costs are being driven down by the technology, and which
And
means
that's computers we're talking about here, basically.
And
as
so
that
we
gets
can
faster.
do more and more with them then.
I can't wait to see it. Congratulations. Thank you. Nice
Right.
seeing you. I always wanted to come visit ILM someday.